path of a righteous man is beset on all sides by the inequities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger for those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee. When I'm sad, I be dreaming about 100 racks. I'm paper chasing, ain't no faking where them hundreds at. Said I'm gon' get it on the bad day, I know that's a fact. It ain't enough, so sure enough, no, we gon' run it back. It's a little hoodlum, but I always been a classy act. If it ain't paying, then what's the point in laughing back? We move in silence, peace or violence, if it's that, it's that. Easy E and my boy Harlow got me sporting black on black. There I go, switching the flow of things like I control the scene. I hit my shoulder lean, they used to skip me and now they notice me. If you want my undivided, then you pay the open fee. Check the debt, I showed respect and now I feel it's owed to me. We bout action, I ain't known to speak, just putting over tea. I got a dream that my babies know and respect the older me. That's the difference being a king with just the look, we know the sheep. Life's a game to these cowards, when we see them you know it's beef. When I'm sad, I be dreaming about 100 racks. I'm paper chasing, ain't no faking where them hundreds at. Said I'm gon' get it on the bad day, I know that's a fact. It ain't enough, so sure enough, no, we gon' run it, run it, run it. When I'm sad, I be dreaming about 100 racks. I'm paper chasing, ain't no faking where them hundreds at. Said I'm gon' get it on the bad day, I know that's a fact. It ain't enough, so sure enough, no, we gon' run it, run it, run it back.
Display like a Walmart watch, something to top off like a ballpark dog. When you got nothing to lose but respect from people who won't be fucking with you. To me it wasn't a feud, fair weathers leave now. If you want then you can. To all the artists dipping now, you better off as a fan. I'm finishing cuts with a sharp tip, cause I'm the one that stuck with it through the hardships. They trying to keep me from it, I keep moving through the haters. Then they see my triumph and say I was doing you a favor. Nuh-uh, that's not how it works. To whom come first, I'm about to serve. If not, get out, you hurt. I can see it now that it's not as I planned it. I'll take it however it comes, no matter what happens. I can see it now that it's not as I planned it. I'll take it however it comes, no matter what happens. This train's leaving but I can't eat unless I make peace with my brain's demons and praise Jesus. No promises, it's like I'm doing a different puzzle with the same pieces. So let me give you a buzz like a Miller High Life could. Let's stay on the same page like an I Spy book. I wanna sweep my hand across the top of the ceiling, but yet the only thing I'm scratching is a lottery ticket. Let's go.
Nothing's bothering him. He's wheeling around in his little chair with a grin. But oh no, don't let him snow you. He's lost after all of them. So listen.
All right. We're just gonna get into it today, y'all. Let's go.
That's not how it works.
Okay, let's go here. Bang. What's good, y'all? Boom. Why is that not, Boom. Okay. Got him, coach. And then we'll go here. There we go. Look at that. We are here. We are back. We are live, y'all. Welcome back to Run It Back live. My name is Gabino Grhymes at Mic Masters 801 on everything. We are live at BNR Studios. Give it up for Beans and Rice, y'all.
He's on fire!
Hold on, the dog. He just needs a little love, Greg. Sometimes you just gotta pet the pup, Greg. Oh, good boy. Is his name Buster, Jose? His name's Buster. Anyway, so yeah, welcome back to Run It Back episode. Who gives a fuck? We are here. We appreciate everyone tapping in with us today. Y'all know what it is. Wednesday battle rap talk. We got a dope ass show lined up. Before we get into it, we got to always show love to our inner circle, the Mic Masters inner circle. Big ups to everybody, all the new YouTube members. We really appreciate those that are rocking with us, supporting the movement, and helping us push the culture forward, not just here in Salt Lake and Utah, but abroad as well. And so we just added 5 new Inner Circle members today, y'all. I shared that on our Twitter and or X. God damn, dog. I hope Elon doesn't do something to me for that. Hey, go over there. Go, Buster. Go over there. Go on over there. Here you go. I didn't throw anything. He's not fucking amused. And yeah, yo, shout out to my man Big Low at Big Low Music. This shirt's hard. Train harder, rap better. You know how long I've had this shirt for? Kept it in great shape, eh? It's been a while. So big ups to Big Low, man. How random is that? Also, if you're not part of the Inner Circle yet, you already know. You just tap that join button on your PC on PC. I believe on Android as well. When you go to the YouTube channel, you can press join there. On Apple, you're unable to do that through the app. So if you have questions on how to join, I'm happy to help. $2.99 to support. It's the direct backbone for us here at Mic Masters. Hold on, let me let the dog out real quick, bro. Hold on. All right. Oh, there we go. And one of the big reasons, man, is that we have dropped the I think there's only 2 battles left that we got to drop. From Turbulence, which is the event that I Battle and Mic Masters collab for in Las Vegas, and that features the battles that are going to be dropping on our page. Again, already dropped is Mad Flex and Holmesy to God, crazy. 40 Bars versus Danny Myers, crazy. Mike Bailey versus Lefty, crazy. And then Space versus Conflict. And then who else? A Stretch versus Jack. So those are all out to members right now. We still we're going to be uploading Ghost versus Trady Nate. And man, Idol versus Lucky Desperado. And that one, man, just go. If you know, you know, belt to ass. You know what I'm saying? It's going down like that. I see a lot of the AGS fam up in here. What's good? Kid Poetic, what's cracking? Art Downs, done, big dog. Let's go. I like that. All right. Firearm Zeke, I see you. This is AGS. I see you. Yeah, gang. Let's go. Mic Masters. The MMA that you see there on StreamYard is the custom emoji that you get when you sign up as a YouTube member. Again, $2.99 a month, man, at the lowest. If you want to, if you are able, and we certainly appreciate it, our Mic Masters Champion is at $9.99, and that is directly going straight to our events and the sort. So again, once again, big ups to everyone in the Inner Circle, man. Appreciate y'all immensely. Perfect. All right, let's go. Here we are. Let's get into this. Before we do, you can see the ticker at the bottom. April 19th, First Blood for the circuit at the Herc. There will be 8 battles, and we will be, I believe, the flyer should be dropped anytime now. So yeah, we are going to be going in a fast pace here as Mic Masters, gears up for what is going to be a very healthy and fun rest of the year, and that also includes a Spaces card between Mic Masters Alliance and Any Given Spaces, and that one is called what is it called again? Shit, we just named it. Get my brand's name out your fucking mouth. That's what it is. All right, okay. That's what we're doing. All right. So, and this is part 1. So like AGS, they're going to be doing a more series of this. I think that we're the 4th, like league versus league collaboration that they've done. And we'll talk to Thanos. IAmThanos here in just a moment, to ask him a lot of different questions, but I just want to get those out. March 29th, this is going to be for that. That flyer will be dropping here shortly. And it's 6 battles, and we'll talk more about it. But having said that, without further ado, those that are tuned in right now, if this is your first time, welcome. If it's not, then you know what to do. It's free to fucking, to like the video and share it out. We'll wait. Also, again, like I said, it's free. So hit them with the crickets. All right, thank you for sharing, y'all. Appreciate you. I see some shares happening on Twitter, on X. Jesus Christ. And yeah, man, we're moving along pretty nicely here. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I know that he's a busy man, so I don't want to take up too much of his time, but I have a lot of questions because he has a lot of experience. So, without further ado, welcome to the stage, IAmThanos. Here. There we go. So, let's go back here. Jesus Christ.
There you go.
There we go. Give it up, everyone, for IAmThanos, y'all. Give it up.
Hello. I'm in the building. What's good?
What's good with you, bro? I appreciate you taking some time out of your day to be able to talk to our community and, involve your community as well, man. How you living?
Oh, man, blessed, man. Every day above ground, man, we blessed, man. So, I always tell motherfuckers in a space in every situation that today the youngest you'll ever gonna be, man. So take full advantage of that, man. And don't let nobody play with that. You know what I mean?
Perfect. Man, wise words. Today is the youngest you're gonna be. You know why that's impactful for me? And this is a very quick tangent. My son is about to be 2, and I think about that shit all the time. As he's growing, I'm just like, man, today's like the last day he'll be this age, and then it's just crazy because like he used to call dinosaurs Wallies, and now he calls them dinosaurs. And I was like, I'm just glad that we got that on camera of him calling it that, because like
you're gonna run it back on him. You're gonna run it back on him. No
run it back.
Already. Oh yeah, man. Hey man, I just want to say, is this your only child, man?
What's that? Say that again.
This your only child?
Is it my only what? Kid. Oh, he's my only kid. Yeah, he's my only one. Yeah.
Yeah, so enjoy this, man, because I think, after that terrible 2 stage, man, when he really like that thing, it's a whole different ball game, boy. Like I love it when they, the youngest, infants, what I'm saying, to 2, 3, 4, but then after a while, they will, boy, they gonna bring it to you. You feel me? So salute to little man, though.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see what's up. Spades, I see you. What's good, gang? Sir, cut him up, man. I see you. Lucas, hey yo, salute Gabino. Hey, no eminent, all good. And salute panel and chat. I have a question. Did you already do the awards that you mentioned before? I have not. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I'm working on getting those done and having a Google link for everybody to tap into. So thank you, Lord, for holding my feet to the fire on that and asking about it. We need to get that done immediately. So I appreciate you bringing that up. We are going to drop down like the amount of categories, but it's still going to be pretty fun. So, what Lucas is referring to, everyone, is the 2024 Mic Masters Awards. So again, big ups to everyone that is even going to be nominated and all that. So that'll be coming here shortly. So I appreciate you, Lucas, on that. Yo, that's what's up, Lucas. Perfect. All right. Well, let's dive right into these questions that I have here. For those who may not be familiar, Thanos, break it down. What is Any Given Spaces, and what makes the Twitter Spaces Battle League unique?
I think as far as that, when it comes to what makes us unique, is that we are unique, man. If you familiar with the Twitter battle rap communities, man, and the difference between what they do and what we do, man. A lot of that shit over there and them other battle rap communities, no shade, but just being real transparent with it. It's real high school, man. It's real high school. It's a lot of cookie cutter. It's a lot of copy and paste styles. You know what I'm saying? So I think AGS, we kind of stand on originality, man. It's key, man. It's key with me when it comes to music and the battle rap shit, man. Just us being our own thing and not really sounding like everybody else when it comes to that. You know what I mean? So originality would be definitely that the biggest thing, man. AGS, Any Given Spaces, man. It started out Any Given Sunday because we used to just be on this other platform, and we used to do it every Sunday. People on that platform knew you would get battle rap from us when nobody else was doing it. You know what I mean? So once I made the decision to come to Twitter because I knew it was more battle rap related, you know what I'm saying, as far as the circles, you know what I mean, that's when I kind of got the idea, well, we could change the Sundays to spaces, you know what I mean? So because any given space we could do an event, we don't necessarily have to do it on a Sunday, we could do it on a Saturday, Friday, Wednesday, whatever, right? So that's how that came about.
Wow. Okay, so what was the moment that you said then I need to start AGS instead of just being a battler or supporter?
I think the pandemic. I want to say, AGS definitely was derived out of that timeline of, you know what I'm saying? I started out with Bull City Battle League out in Durham, North Carolina, 11 years ago. So it was just really, yeah. So really with that, man, it was just really, as a younger battler, when I was running around, I was I just wanted a home game, bro, because I was battling league owners in their backyard with their cousin as the host, and I'm shit like that, man. And then it's just one event. After that, I was telling my big brother that, yo, we need to, I would just like to have a home game. I would like it where motherfuckers would want me to win, and I wouldn't have to win them over every time, you know what I'm saying? So we had started Bull City Battle League, and then that just became, to me, it just, after a while, I did it originally for me, and then it just became something that was for all the younger cats that was trying to come up that didn't have a resume, You think about that kid when you 16, or 15 or whatever, you get your workers permit and shit, and it's you try to go get a job and they're well, what experience do you have? We can't hire you if you have no experience. So this is a platform, we built a platform where, hey, you could get your experience here whether you did it or not before. Now you have the opportunity to get footage, to get, to build a catalog and shit, to build your fan base. So, that's what it pretty much, started from that idea right there.
Wow, man, that's to be able to tap into those type of bags and be this is a perfect opportunity, especially during the lull that was the pandemic. I mean, well done, man. Well done.
Perfect. He's on fire.
Real quick, I got more questions, but hey, Luke Ness Monster, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. He said, hey, Mike Masters been putting out movies after movies and dropping the battles and cards fast as they can. As a fan, thank you for everything y'all do, man. Thank fucking you, dude.
He's on fire.
Appreciate you. With that said, again, Turbulence is drop. There's 2 battles left to drop from that. The playlist is on the YouTube channel, so that is available to our members first, the Inner Circle. And again, we had 5 new members just joined, and we appreciate the shit out of them, so thank you guys there. And then Mountain West Showdown 7, we have a majority of the footage. I posted a pretty transparent post about what the lag has been. We experienced some corrupted footage from our floater camera. So Eddie I from Team Delgados, he has assured me that sans that footage, we will be able to get these battles out. So the Mountain West Showdown 7 is coming immediately. Yo, pause. What the fuck? Yeah, we got that on the way. So I appreciate you guys' patience on that. Oh damn, and the DJ battles, man. Thank you. Well, the producer battles. It's the producer battles. Thank you for that, though. I appreciate you. We are looking forward to throwing like an all producer card this year as well. So yeah, I appreciate you on that. Thank you. Okay. So you've battled in both Twitter Spaces and live in-person events, right? What's the biggest difference in how battles in your perspective are received?
Reaction. I think that's the thing. I think with online battlers, I think they tend to run through their material faster if there's no reaction because they don't have an idea if y'all like it or not.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So in the sense of that, I think it's when you do the live battles, you'll get so many stop and goes with it because reaction and shit like so that I remember at one point in time making a round that I felt like was like 6 minutes. Shit was like 12 minutes to get through. You know what I mean? Because these motherfuckers would just stop, and then I got to bring it back because y'all jumping too soon. You jumping too soon. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So I think on Twitter, a lot of the battle rappers, they tend to run through it, and then when you're doing that, like people got to listen, like double listen, because it's like we in the world of double entendres and all this shit and schemes and shit like that. Some of that you might not catch on the fly right off the surface. So it's like I definitely encourage a lot of the battlers on our team to like kind of like just pace is important. Definitely, I think the pace of Twitter and the real IRL shit is important. It's definitely significant.
Definitely significant. I appreciate because I've done them both too, and I think that what you just said is a good breakdown. In my experience, it's like because of the lack of reaction that sometimes happens in a spaces battle. There's a more heavy hand when it comes to writing, when it comes to like getting to your punches quicker, as opposed to like if you're IRL, then you can play with you can have the crowd there to play off of, and in this particular case, spaces, you don't really have that luxury per se. It's more like people are reacting to the crazy shit you say because they don't see you, right? And so I resonate with what you just said there. Is there anything else you want to expand on that for folks that might be interested and haven't tried their hand at a spaces battle?
No, I mean, if it was anything that I would expand on that is that I feel like a lot of like the mid tier, bottom tier. I wouldn't say top tier because top tier kind of treats everybody beneath them a different way. It's like that. It's like a food chain, and I just feel like it's still the same work being done as far as creating. The creating part, the writing process is still a part that happens on both ends, and I just feel like the spaces people they kind of get overlooked in that sense. Like you say, you battle somebody with a decent name on spaces, it don't really count because it was on spaces. You know what I mean? But how was that? Like, if my material is better than your material and I performed it better, like, but it will still get, overshadowed by you ain't do it on stage, on the camera, in front of people type shit. You know what I mean? So I think, that's the one thing that I kind of like, I'm working with my brand is kind of like, I want people to know that there's value in this shit. Like, don't overlook these guys when I see Wanson and the Zeeks and them pulling up and they consistently putting on a fucking great show. Like, I don't want that to be overlooked by possible sponsors, possible people that want to invest into that vision of what we're trying to do and take it to that level. You think of battle rap on a higher scale from the 40s and Mooks and all $40,000, $50,000. You would think at the very lowest, even if it was minimum wage, at minimum wage, motherfuckers should be making $100, $200. I don't think that's far-fetched to do, especially if you're putting on a show, something that they could go back, replay, and enjoy again. You know what I mean? So, and that's just the thing with battlers, man. The whole thing, the whole stigma with the whole battle rap shit and a regular artist, say you get a Drake or something, this motherfucker get paid $500,000 to go perform shit you already know what he's going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Us battlers got to come out every time with brand new content every time and not fuck up live one take, one shot deal shit. So I think that's being overlooked. You know what I mean? So I kind of like the way to bring up the awareness of that as far as like, you know, the online battlers and talent, you know.
Absolutely. You brought up a point there that I've spoke about several times on here, more recently with Holmesy, about the aspect of bringing new material every single time. And that is, I drew parallels to like stand-up comedy in that when you're in real life, excuse me, you're on an island, you know, like you don't have that backtrack that you might have when you're performing your songs, and the comfortability of knowing that, you know, if you mess up, you can kind of do something different within the song because you have the beat behind you. With battle rap, and then again, this is where the parallel divides when it comes to stand up and battle rap, is that in stand up you can still try jokes out like you know, every night or whatever, and then start to rehearse those jokes on the spot, you know, and it's very difficult art. I'm not certainly not disparaging, but there is the difference of like, okay, cool. Well, this is my one time for this particular writing, you know, like, and so you nailed it on the head. And I agree with you totally that there is a very big misnomer when it comes to that piece of the puzzle when it comes to battling. So do you spoke about it a little briefly here. Do you think that Twitter Spaces battles then gets the respect they deserve in the like the larger battle rap culture? You know, why not?
I mean, you look at guys like Eunice and the V Gottis and all of them, like it's guys TR Sharp, you know, it's a bunch of guys that I could name that, you know, they have a name on Twitter and then that kind of propelled their career. You know what I mean? So I think it's beneficial. I think it's super convenient for like the league owners, like, you know, in the sense of that. What was the question again? I want to make sure I answer that correctly.
Okay. My question was, do you think that Twitter Spaces battles gets the respect that it deserves in like the larger battle rap culture?
No, I'd say like, you know, a small percent. I want to say like at least 10-15% of it do, but you know, for the other 85%, it's like a bunch of leagues out there that don't get no credit for none of that shit. You know, at one point in time, I feel like that's what AGS was. You know, but you know, special thing about us is like it's super different what we're doing because we are literally the first on-chain battle league, you know, so we like the first battle rap league, which I really consider AGS an agency, man. I made a recent tweet where I was saying that we're more than just that because I think that kind of put us in a box that we don't really want to be in, and it's not really cool to be in one box when you could do a bunch of different things. So, you know what I mean? I think it gets a credit to an extent, you know, like I'm here with you, you know what I'm saying? Like we met through those kind of spaces, right? So, you know, there's opportunities there, like just like any other spaces and events that go on and people that's like, you know, for that shit. So I think it's beneficial in that way. But like I said, a lot of these guys battle for free all the time. So I think, you know, once it's at a level where, you know, you get booked. Me, man, I battled like 20 something times before motherfucker, you know, before I was like, man, you know what? Yo, what's your budget, man? What's your budget? Okay? Because like you know what I'm gonna do. You've seen me do it numerous times. The people wanted to see me come through here numerous times. So now it's like we gotta have some kind of conversation, man. Because if not, then it's not. It's like nothing but a slave deal all over again. You like literally just working just for flowers, and you know flowers is cool, but once you getting flowers over and over again, like that shit really, you know, falls on deaf ears, man. Versus like, man, yo, you spend all this time online, but you're not able to pay your phone bill. You can't pay nothing by no matter how many people know you, how many followers you got. What does that mean if it equates to $0? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I hear what you're saying. As a league owner for IRL, I do have something to say to that.
okay.
I think that I have I've been pondering about this, and here's my best analogy for it. If you were to go to, let's say for your music, because this is industry wide when it comes to music and booking tours or whatever the case is, you would go to let's say I own a bar in Pensacola, Florida, and you come to my bar or you call and you're like, hey, I'd like to book a show there. This is how much it's going to cost you. And by you, you're talking to me, like it's going to cost me X amount of dollars. And my first question is going to be like, okay, well, what's your presence here in Pensacola? Do you bring a crowd? And if you're like, oh no, this is my first time out there, I'm not going to pay you. If you like, because there's no way for me to recoup on me doing that. So when it comes to battling, I think that in the larger markets like New York, LA, Atlanta, Las Vegas, Dallas, Houston, I think that those conversations are very Chicago. I think that those conversations are more palpable because of the stronger battle rap cultures there. When it comes to like leagues like our own, based in Salt Lake, it becomes difficult to be able to honor the same price that you would get like in New York because you don't have a fan base here. So if I'm relying on pay-per-view sales and you share once or what have you, I'm already behind as the league owner because I'm like, oh man, like I don't even know if their following is going to follow them online. So there's two revenue streams there, right? So you got the pay-per-view and then you have the folks that are walking through the door. Now there is the aspect for folks that are touring, because I look at when you're battling and you're taking your brand to another city, you're touring. You have a responsibility if you're looking to get back there to connect with the fans there, to connect with the fans in the new city that you're being a part of. And the reason behind that is to have leverage when you go back to that same city and like, hey man, I had 10 people that came through the door for me. So like, and I'll be able to prove that once, tickets go up and what have you. Now, there are leagues that do not have this opportunity that I'm about to describe. And that is to be able to purchase a ticket in the battler that you're supporting and their name. So we have a drop-down menu on our Shopify store where you have to fill out before purchasing the ticket of saying, hey, I'm purchasing this in-person ticket and I'm supporting Spades, let's say, or Mike Bailey or Lefty or what have you. And so we can keep those metrics Those are just regular numbers. And we do the same when it comes to pay-per-views as well. So to your point, I understand what you're saying because we're literally going through this internally right now as far as our processes are concerned. The retort that I have is what I just said. And it all goes down to, hey, because of the current, our current state of culture here in Salt Lake, we can only offer X amount of dollars because leagues have, there's a constant conversation on X in general in the battle rap culture about leagues that will fold very quickly because they are not making any money. Okay. Mind you, there's not like, this isn't like a gold mine. Okay. In fact, it's the opposite. And so what can happen is through initial investments, you can find yourself in the hole very quickly. And what we are doing is incorporating a different model to propel the league forward in a very positive and lucrative way to ensure that we can continue to show our brand off to the culture as a whole and to cultivate our talent here locally. And while giving opportunity for touring artists, touring battlers, to introduce themselves to a new fan base and market for them to be able to tap into. Does that make sense?
No, I hear you.
What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think just when it comes to the brands, man, like the IRL, the in real life shit, I think it's just like the most important job for the leagues and the league owners is to make people care. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the thing. Like, I done seen plenty of events and stuff where it's like, who are these people? I don't give a fuck. The more engaging you doing with the audience, like, it has to be some kind of connection. I really feel like battle rap is like wrestling, bro. It's lyrical wrestling. It's lyrical WrestleManias. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what, we got to just look at the big dogs and what they did. So, we're going to go to the king of the dots, the URLs and what have you, right? And if you really think about it, why we have a connection with Mook, why do we have a connection with T-Rex, Twerk, the Rum Nitties and shit? It's because the back, not just them on stage, but the things they do before that and all that. I think that's really what's lacking as far as like if motherfuckers ain't really getting that engagement they need. So I mean, as far as like as far as what you're saying with the business is just, it's crazy, man. I don't know, with me, like I went about it a certain kind of way, like because I did have to, when I started as a young, a young owner of a battle league, it was like, for me, it was like I had to look at it like make it make sense to the venue and ourselves. So
Sure.
it was like what I would do is I would go in there and holler at them on an off day, a Wednesday, or Thursday, right, or Sunday, and be like, well, what days do y'all, when I talk to the owner of the establishment, I would just make it make sense to them. And then once we grew our audience there, then we could kind of have a different, renegotiate, have different conversations. But out the gate, I'm looking at it like this. Well, y'all shit is dry as hell on a Sunday. Nobody comes here on a Sunday, as I can see. As we can see, we could at least do an event here, and y'all get the bar, or let us just get the door.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to compromise. I think it's just all about compromising when it comes, when it comes to the brand and the venues and stuff like that. Now, as far as pay-per-view and all that, I really can't speak too much on that because I ain't never did like a pay-per-view of that magnitude yet. So you know what I mean. So I really don't even know the ins and outs of that as far as when it comes to budget. What are y'all paying to get that service and things like that? So I really can't speak on that. But as far as just the the league, the brands and the venues, it's really how you work it out. I'm not going to really go out my way. It's like an artist that sit here and you buying all these beats from people online, but you don't make no money. So it's like, to me, it's not a good. It's only a great investment if you already financially solidified with what you already had going on before it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in that space, then you can sit here and buy a shitload of beats and do all that because you're gonna you have the resources to make money from that product you created. But
Sure.
with battle rap, it's a whole different, it's a whole different ball game with that. It could be hit or miss. This event could be hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you kind of gambling with your brand when you do it. But if it's like not too much of a financial strain on y'all to have everything, your ownership of whatever you got going on, I think that's always a good place to be. And you want to have it where it's 100% us when we do this, whatever we bring in. So that's just going to make you work hard, that much harder to get these bodies in the building, to do the proper promo, to have motherfuckers in the streets. Yo, do you know that we doing an event across the street? So half the time you go to an event, people across the street don't even know what the fuck that is over there. They just
Sure.
see a bunch of people outside smoking weed and chilling and shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, we have to, I think, just get that identity of what's going on, put it out there, and a lot of people gonna see it, some gonna fuck with it, and some ain't, and we just gotta let the cards fall where they may right there.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that Krem just said something right here. Great convo. Thanks, Krem. Appreciate you. Let me go through this really quick. Space said, I think it depends because Appa and I battle made the name for Spaces. I thought he did. Yeah, he absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of Venom says Spaces battles are sick as fuck. Agreed, Venom. Luke Nest, I don't mind Spaces battles, but I would rather watch a live battle or on the TV, and I'm hardly on Twitter. X, totally get that too. Totally get that too.
That's both sides of the coin right there.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's up, Miles? What's good, bro? Yo, what's good, my dude? I appreciate you tuning in with us. So back to your point, what I heard is marketing, and that is something that we are heavily invested in now. So like where before we would pay, like, I'm just gonna throw an arbitrary number out. Let's just say $500. Okay. $500 for X battler, their flight is X amount, and then their hotel stay is X amount. So let's just with all of it put together, we'll say like $1,000. Okay. At this point where we're at, I would much rather put $1,000 into marketing and marketing an event so that we can get more asses and seats. Is where my headspace is at about it. And I don't, and where we're at as a league and a business and a brand, it's important for us to start seeing at least like inching towards green as opposed to being as opposed to not. So that's why I bring up what I bring up, and that's why it's like I said this on Twitter, even X rather, excuse me, about our next Mic Masters card in May, and we were originally we're going to have spring training too in March, and there was just it's important that we tied up some loose ends and made sure that our processes align with those of the leagues that we emulate and that we look up to and that we aspire to be. So there's so many folks that are we've already established great relationships with along the way up to this point that once presented with an explanation around what our current payout system is going to be moving forward. I'm confident that we will continue to be able to put on high market battles. Having said that, another piece to that puzzle that you talked about as far as marketing is concerned is sponsorships. And we've had success with sponsors, but we are looking for better success with sponsors. And that is squarely on us as far as approaching businesses that would be able to obviously it would be advantageous for their brand to be seen at our events, because of the hip hop community that we draw. So, smoke shops, hip hop shops, shoe locations, etc. And then, of course, some folks that just want to support. I mean, we've had that before. Just guys that know, and gals for that matter, that have been like, we want to put up $100 here and just to help, and that facilitates, a little bit towards a flight or what have you. So I think we're both right. I think what is necessary in order to move forward, and this is something that is not reinventing the wheel, is putting your brand in front of people's eyes, because if you think that people know you, they don't. Okay, so like that's really what it is. And it's important. It's why is it still important for Coca-Cola to have fucking ad space? Because they they still want to make sure that they're in front of people's eyes. So it's important for us to do the same. So Krem said having both online and in real venues is key for success for battle rap leagues. Yeah, absolutely. Lefty, when is the spring training event? We're looking at March or May 24th, I believe is the date that we're looking at. More information to come on that. AGS and spaces leading to my iBattle live debut in April. Great job, Firearm. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. See shit like that, like being able to expand your brand and become an asset to other folks. So
and it's a good feeling, man, just seeing these guys evolving. I remember Zeke coming in and really not doing this shit at the level he's doing it, and now he's getting that recognition on not only different spaces, but some of these bigger leagues are starting to see him, and man, it just feels good, man. Like I think that's part of that pay it forward shit right there, man. You put out good shit, and granted, battle rap, we deal with a lot of negative talk, right? The talk is different inside the sport of it, but man, ultimately, it's still, I always say, it's still two artists that's collaborating. Your following meets with this following, and then you'll win some of them over, and sometimes you won't, but it's still a collaborative thing. And that's art in itself, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it part of the art form.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more, man. Couldn't agree more. So AGS has built a strong community. And with that community, what do you think has been the key to getting battlers and fans invested in the platform? I'm going to let the dog in. Go ahead. Keep going.
No, you saying what makes it what now? I think he said what makes it key. For the sponsors. Something about the sponsors, man. I think it's just you
want the question again?
Yeah. What's the question again?
I just said that AGS has built a strong community, okay? And that comes from a lot of work and effort. What do you think has been the key, though, to getting battlers and fans invested in your guys' platform?
I think it's the exoticness of it. AGS, when first came, when I first got on the spaces and started forming this thing, I really didn't know. I ran into a lot of Web3 people, right? So our audience is unlike the other battle rap community audiences, because it's a hybrid of people that's in business in cryptocurrency, and then it's the battle rap communities. You know what I'm saying? So we the only hybrid I really see. Like, you'll come into one of the spaces I'm hosting, and you'll see PFPs of NFT shit, and then you'll see just regular people just fans of shit. So I think that's the thing with us, as far as so with that being said, these other communities that's like part of that Web3 community, you know, these guys, they might do like an open mic. Artists is playing, you know, their music NFTs and things like that, Freestyle Fridays, et cetera, et cetera. We are the only ones that's like part of that Web3 metaverse, right? We're the only ones that's part of that metaverse that does battle rap, though. So it's like we kind of have something we can add to your show. You know what I mean? So, and I think that's one of the things. I really can't say all the things. Some people look at it as just, hey, man, you got enough people in here. I don't care what y'all talking about. I want to get my brand in here. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's what it is for sponsors. But I think for others, it's like, yo, man, we're bringing something new to our thing. Like, we're doing this thing that we always do, our scheduled space. But, you know, in the middle of the segment, we're going to have an AGS section where, you know, y'all going to get some dope lyricism at its highest level. They respect that much. They respect that much. They might not be the biggest battle rap fanatics over there in Web3, right? But a lot of them that are lovers of hip hop love it, and they fuck with it, and they stand by that. And being that we're the only ones on chain really doing that at this time, I think that's probably like the leg up that we got in it as far as like the opportunities, you know.
Wow, man. Yeah, I've been pleasantly surprised with the crowds that you guys have garnered. And by crowd, I mean like folks tuning in and what have you. What would you say is your largest the largest tune in from one of your?
I think so. With our shit, it varies, man. I think I know, like, you know, I always go back to the analytics of the space that we do, because sometimes, you know, people at work, some people just don't show up right on time. Some people come in late. Some people in and out. You know what I mean? So, but you know, I've been seeing, you know, we averaging, you know, 1,000 people like that day, and within that 24-hour span, pulling up to either check it. They might have missed it and they pull up to watch it, or they watching it again. So the analytics on, yeah, man, I don't know the analytics, man. As far as live in one room, I can't really say. Some of my guys, man, like shout out to my man Prez, like, you know, he's part of AGS. He thought like his first initial space, he had 100+ people in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's things like that, man. So, you know, we done had some good numbers, man. It varies, man. At very little, at the littlest, man, 30, 40 people, and then I done seen it 80, 90 strong and shit, which is real dope to be, you know, on spaces in competition of a bunch of other shit going on, a bunch of rappers in this other room, a bunch of Web3 people in that room. So, you know, that's something that we got to be mindful of too, is that the times we're doing it. So, you know, we trying to. I think 8 o'clock prime time. You know, Eastern Standard. 8 o'clock is fucking a lot of traffic on Twitter on the weekend. So it's like, you know, do you compete with that, or like a lot of people that can't be in both spaces at the same time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we try to be, you know, a little considerate of that situation. So we usually do our shit a little bit earlier. So whatever shit y'all had planned for 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you know, you can still do that. You can rock with us and then go do that thing. So I think that kind of helps them in analytics as well, you know.
Absolutely. Great job,
man. Bang, bang.
All right, so Mic Masters Alliance versus Any Given Spaces is going down on March 29th. We decided 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for that. Flyers coming very soon. Cram, I saw your message. I'll get back with you in just a minute. But with and the title of the event again is "Get My Brand Out Your Fucking Mouth" Part 1. Keep my brand out your fucking mouth. Part 1. How do you feel about this card? And what should people expect?
I'm just like this, man. You know I like you, man. You see I'm on your show. You know I like you. I just don't want you to feel a way about AGS after this event, man. You know, I'm gonna say that and not, you know, make you feel any kind of way. I just feel like my guys is gonna show up and show the fuck out, man. It's gonna be movies, man. We making movies that night, man. I'm definitely excited about it, man. Like I told you earlier, man, when we was chopping it up earlier, that I'm hollering at Rome like, yo, man, you got your round ready for Saturday? He like, Saturday? Ain't that shit like? I'm already there. Like we about to hit the stage this week and shit. Like, so yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I ain't battle. I think my last battle was with Fettuccine 20. I want to say I battled. I battled the dude on FTC, man. Bones. I battled Bones after that. So that was late January, early February. So it's been a few weeks for me, but it seems long in battle rap years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to step back out there to get my pen going again, because, you know, I don't write my music, so this is the only time I do write anything containing bars. So like it's real refreshing. And then I got a lot of new dope talent, man. And, shameless plug, man. This weekend, it's going down Doomsday Card,
Let's
6
go.
Fire Battle, a lot of new talent on that on the roster now, man. So shout out to my new guys that they did that damn thing for my B-Day card on the first, which went down, which was a phenomenal space.
That was dope. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, man. So, I was just, it's good when we get the, the new guys coming in, because sometimes, the guys that we got, sometimes they get a little comfortable, man. You get comfortable when like, hey, man, y'all need a battle. You know what I'm saying? But when like, hey, man, somebody else could take that slot, now the hunger's back. Now it's like, okay, I got word. Okay, I'm better than that motherfucker. And then it's like that internal competition is a little good every now and then, man. And then, some guys don't do their promos and shit like that. So, and I just hate to have to outsource to get guys on our league, to represent, to put on a good battle. But you know what I mean? So for the most part, we got a nice, solid stable, man, of dope motherfuckers, man. And I'm just ready to get them seen to the right people, man. So, and I think MMA definitely got a dope roster over here as well. And I know y'all do big shit, y'all do big moves. So I know not only is this like just a little, a friendly back and forth between our leagues, man, but I think it's a great opportunity for my guys that's just solely space battlers to get to know league owners like you and your partners and shit over there, man, because that'll be a possible opportunity. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I was just going to ask you to speak into that, and you leaned into it right before. So
already.
Yeah, so because we were speaking about firearm and him, having that recent battle, his in real life battle, or what have you. So lean into that a little bit more, just a brief bit, and then I'll we'll go into a couple more questions.
Yeah, as far as just the MMA motherfucking versus AGS, keep my brand out your fucking mouth.
Let's go.
Keep my brand out your fucking mouth. You know what I mean? It's going down a fucking movie, man. It's gonna be a movie, man. We got 6 dope ass battles. Grhymes is on that card.
Oh yeah.
I mean, shameless. We ain't supposed to tell y'all yet. The flight.
Go ahead.
On that card. Guess what? I'm on that card.
Let's go.
Man, I think enough said with that alone, bro. Like, if y'all don't know Grhymes' work, which I'm pretty sure the people on this channel do, but for those that's tapping in on the AGS and the Twitter side of things, if y'all don't know Grhymes is one of them, like, then you're going to find out, man. He definitely one of them. I'm one of them, I feel like. I think some people know it, some people don't. But I think we get to showcase our skills, man, amongst, this new fresh talent. I'm excited to see it, man. My man Cloudy, a problem. You know what I'm saying? Definitely want, can't wait to see his debut. You know what I'm saying on that?
No more names. No more names.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, we got a couple people, man. A couple people that a lot of people that know AGS know, and we back outside the office. Some of us, and some of us you ain't seen before. But I think it's just gonna be, as far as like my side of things, man. I'm real confident on them coming through and like, making it real tough for them judges. You know what I'm saying? Either making it tough or making it clear for the judges.
Absolutely.
Okay? So yeah,
man, great work. So what's your message to the Mic Masters battlers who think the in-person experience might give them an upper hand here?
It don't. At the end of the day, bars is bars. I've checked. I peeped the fouls. Okay. Some of you, it's a lot of potential, but do not for 1 minute think that you can come over there on Spaces and just play around with nobody on that day, man. Because some punches, it's some schemers, it's some people that very good with wordplay that's on this card, man, and we know how to set up shit, man. So I think with that being said, like, definitely don't take it light. We're not taking it light. I want my guys. The last time we had a league versus league thing go on, you know what I'm saying, the motherfucker stole a battle. You know what I'm saying? It was 5 battles and they got the 3-2 over us. And I don't really think they deserved it. I mean, I feel like, well, they deserved it, but I feel like it wasn't valid to me because I know my guys could have did, that one battle that went the other way could have went better, but he overlooked, took for granted his op. You know what I'm saying? And his op came like, I really want to win this shit. And while he came in there on some like, man, he light work and just went in there on some whatever shit, and then it kind of swayed in their favor, man, and they was able to brag to us the next event that, yeah, man, well, we got y'all on y'all own shit. You know what I mean? So, oh, no, that stung me. That was a stain, bro. That's a stain that we not trying to bear again. So, you know, we definitely coming to show up and show out with, you know, that day for sure.
Man, that's great. That's great. So we, as we've spoken, just in this conversation, which again, I appreciate you taking time out. We've seen Twitter Spaces be a launch pad for battlers getting better opportunities and bigger ones. Who are some names from AGS that you think deserve to be on bigger platforms?
Who do I, you know, as far as my guys?
Yeah, from AGS. Who are some names from AGS that you think deserve to be on bigger platforms?
I mean, I really think, bro, on some real shit, I done seen, like, I just, you know, I haven't seen the whole T-Top event, right? But a lot of the shit that I was seeing in these highlights on 15 Minutes of Fame, it was not crazy, bro. So, like, you know, in the sense of that, like, I feel like my B-Day card was better than that card. And you got big names on that card. So I really feel like all my guys deserve it. I just feel like, but, you know, I can't really say that, right? Because, you know, some of them haven't hit that stage. You know, I think, you know, if you mastered, you know, performing in the spaces and you never battled in real life, that shit, you don't expect the same outcome in real life, right? Some people are comfortable on stage, some aren't. So that's the thing. But I definitely feel like, as far as like, I know got the potential right now from them doing like some kind of live and did both sides of the spectrum already, you know, definitely I'm gonna say, you know, for sure, Wanson. You know, Wanson is one of those guys, man. Zeke is one here. You know, he kind of showed that already. Let me think. I think Rome definitely ready for it. You know, Locust, man. I really think Locust, the Hangman, probably put on a great show. GR the Boy King. He started out on Bull City Battle League. He was one of my day ones from my original league. He's an amazing performer. You know what I'm saying? And the list goes on and on, man. If I'm not, you know, if I ain't said nobody name, you know, King TR. I know he's gonna be like a beast on that stage. You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of damn near the whole roster, man. I really don't see none of them that's like they probably couldn't do it. They probably would do it, and if you know the audience is right, you know, any given time, man, they probably shut that shit down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's great. I mean, Krem, he provided a bunch of different names as well that you mentioned: Wanson, Zeke, Wanson, King TR, Romeo, GR, and then Chef Benji as well.
Chef does a lot of battles already. Yep. So.
Firearm also said Space Reps had my live looking amazing, and like I'm sure that comes from having the experience, and so that's why you put that there. And it's a big thing to make yourself feel a lot more comfortable. Oh shit, you said comfortable. Space Reps had my live battle comfortable. Was that or the Dawn? Oh, that's. I mean, it could have been that.
Fatality.
And then Buez, he said Buez, Krem did.
Oh yeah, Buez for sure, yeah. But so that's what I'm saying. I think it's like that's another thing is that like some people see artists on AGS and think they never battle. Like Buez battled plenty of times on stage. Shout out to Word on the Street, which is like the biggest. They like the smack URL of Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? And he's one of the top tier over there. So he does a phenomenal job on stage. Him, Inferno, who's on this card, you know, coming up on Doomsday this Saturday. These guys been on stages, you know what I'm saying? So, and they tore shit down. I've been on stages. I had probably 18, 19 battles before I got on Twitter. But motherfuckers assume that since I was in spaces that I didn't battle before it. You know what I'm saying? So that was the funny shit to me. Like, you definitely got to do your research and due diligence when it comes to who you talk. I think a lot of people online, they just go off for, I don't know what they go off for, but they just assume a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's going to be constant, you know?
Yeah,
I do want to say that AGS, we got a solid roster that's coming that we've formed to go against y'all. So to Thanos's point, I'm just you know, although these are one round, 2 minutes, 2:30 cutoff, there's no slouch in any person that I put on that roster. So Stretch just had a battle that just released again with us with Jack, that was on iBattle, that we just had in Vegas. Stretch has also battled against Random. He's battled some very, very tough opponents. He battled the King of the Dot recently as well at Massacre 6. Jay, Jay Villain put up an incredible battle against Mike Bailey in the first round of the playoffs out here. He is someone that I have. Oh wait, I can't be saying names. My bad. Okay, I'm saying, I know, my bad. That's my fault. Okay, so all I'm saying is that we are ready, and when that card drops, man, we're very excited to get. Honestly, this is like a break in the mold, as it were, for us at Mic Masters. So I'm glad that Thanos, that you are allowing for this to happen, and being so supportive about it, and wanting to make it happen in as big a way as possible. So I appreciate you on that for sure.
Oh man, salute to y'all, man. Definitely y'all got a credible league, man, already, man. So I think it's a good opportunity on both fans, man, and the experiences that come with it, man. It's definitely gonna be dope, man. Definitely looking forward to seeing y'all guys in action. You know what I mean? Especially that, that I don't know a lot of them, like off the rip, you know what I mean? So just doing my research and seeing that, these motherfuckers are showing up and performing well, at a nice level on y'all league, man. I'm excited to hear what they sound like in that atmosphere of the spaces, man. So, man, y'all definitely welcome, man. Let's make movies, man. That's what we're here for.
That's right. That's right. So I got 2 questions left for you. Again, thank you for being here. For those that are tuned in, if you have not shared the live stream out yet, share it now. We really appreciate it. Also, like the video, and then feel free to put a comment on there. And if you have any questions in the chat, because we have a limited amount of time here, be on here for about 10-15 minutes or so. Whatever you want to ask Thanos, man, let us know. Okay, so where do you see Spaces battles evolving in the next couple of years? Like, do you think that they could, rival that of live battles in popularity?
And that's the thing. So what I realize is that audio doesn't do well like on YouTube and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I do know. The future of it, I think it's a good thing. Cause I mean, it's still like very new, right? So like when you look at the Unisys and all that came from there, I think that's just opened up the floodgates of a bunch of battlers that never battled in real life to have some kind of way of getting the experience and all that. So I think that's going to keep going. Actually, to be real with you, as far as like AGS goes, though, like I'm already, like, not saying I'm not going to be on Spaces. We're not going to be on Spaces doing what we're doing, but I definitely, want to move around a little more and go to other platforms that will be more accommodating to what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? I've been to a platform recently where me as an artist, as an individual, made more money there than I made on Twitter in 2 years. You know what I mean? So, like, to know that what's out there, it's like you in this one town and it's like dead end jobs and shit, and then you get this one call to go to this one place, and then out there everything is up, and then everything is moving. You won't know it until you get there to see that, though. Like, you'll hear stories from other people maybe, but at the end of the day, man, we definitely still gotta, don't be content or complacent with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, use it as a tool to get that exposure, to build your following, to build your brand, and connect with the audience, and for the opportunities of networking. I think Twitter is really, that's probably the strongest attribute of Twitter Spaces, is the networking. I did projects, I collaborated with other artists, other producers through knowing them there. You know what I'm saying? And it's an amazing thing when because you should know firsthand, Grhymes, like you booking, you know how much a headache it is to get this guy from here. Y'all had Quest and Rum and them. You had to get him from Arizona, him from here, right, Detroit, right, and shit like that. You got to get rooms and all that. The convenience of I could get a guy from UK and a guy from Nigeria. No plane tickets, no hotel rooms. Beautiful thing. And we're gonna come together at this one moment to make this to make this moment. And I think that right there, it's gonna be hard to stop that thing from slowing down. It's a great, I tell these people in these spaces every day, man, it's like millions of dollars in these spaces I'm in, because I know some dope ass talent that, man, in front of the right check cutters, they out of here, bro. They out of here. So, we just got to stay consistently doing what we're doing. The future of it, man, I think it's going to be what it is. Until, Elon or somebody, put some things in the works where motherfuckers can have, like, fans only type of shit going on, or pay-per-view inside the space where you have to, I think they do, but it's like you got to reach a crazy criteria of, like, 5 million impressions and all this shit to get subscriptions and shit. So outside of that, that's like far-fetched, I think. But until it's like that, man, I think it's gonna be what it is. Like, you know, and you know, to think about it, before I got here, you know, I know motherfuckers was on the Spaces battling like 2 years prior to me being on it too. So I can't even, you know, so this is like 4 or 5 years of it going on already. And it's like we seeing, you know, a couple needles in the haystacks, you know what I'm saying, with it, but it ain't like everybody's fucking out of here. Everybody's not gonna make it. You know what I mean? But you know, that's the mentality in these spaces. A lot of people feel like, well, hey, I'm in a space with E Hard. They think they're going to blow up because you in a space with E Hart, or you in a space with 40 Bars, or Doc Petty, or any of them guys. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's a lot of bullshit, though. You know, I don't want to sit here and glorify the spaces like it's a beautiful thing, because it's a lot of fuck shit too, man. It's a lot of politics there, just like in real life. It's a lot of people that's trying to get over, take advantage of the situation, and expose shit just to, you know, come up in numbers. So.
No, that's a great point. And I think that you know, you'll always encounter that wherever you go. I think that with when it comes to like in real life, it's just a different. And again, you know this. It's just there is a different feeling when you're in the ring by yourself, you know, and as opposed to like in a spaces environment, you know. But and still, I'm glad that you said that. Like, as far as like just because you're in a space with 40 bars or E Hard or what have you, that means like, oh man, shit, I'm, you know, like I'm next up or whatever. Look, man, that's the same thing that happens like for in real life stuff. So like when we had Mickey Fax out here for Mount West Showdown 7 last October, shout out to Mickey Fax, by the way.
Shout out to Mickey. Yes, Mickey. Shout out to him. Man,
he we were very appreciative that he was out, and he made it known, you know, like he was doing some scouting himself. So there is that element obviously there, but it's not there's not any guarantees. And so whenever there's an opportunity presented, which is a lot of different opportunities, I mean, you can live your life glass half empty, and you're going to continue to have a race to the bottom, or you can live your life glass half full and seek other ways to fill your cup. And with both regards to spaces and in-person battles, I think that there is a level of you know, brand awareness that you should have for yourself to be able to put your best foot forward. You should always do that anyway. You guys have heard me talk about the 4 agreements in that book. And one of the big agreements there is to always do your best. And that should always, you know, be top of mind no matter what, you know? So I'm glad that you brought that point up though. You know, I'm glad you brought that point up about like, just because they're in a space, you know, like with said individual, that means, you know, something bigger for them if they don't take advantage of it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Firearm Zeke asked me, anyone from MMA from spaces? Great question. No. We have cultivated just in person. So this is expanding for us in that respect. And so that's what I'll say. I don't know whether I'm proud of that or not. You know, I think it would be disingenuous to say either, to be fair. What I do think is that the spaces offer a very, very unique platform for folks that are looking to get reps and understand battle rap as a back and forth, and to get that feeling, because you still do get that feeling when it's your turn up, that it's your turn up, you know. So we do not right now though, Firearm. So that's a great question. I appreciate you asking that. All right, so this is my last question to you, Thanos. If you could change one narrative, okay, about spaces battle rap, what would it be?
I guess I got to know, what are the narratives? I really don't know what the narratives are, being that maybe I'm involved in it. What is the narratives? Okay, I know. I was over there on Clubhouse, man. The guys was like, I didn't know this was a thing until I heard it then. You know, they was like, you know, it was a chick in there. She was like, y'all Twitter battlers, y'all all rap the same.
Whoa.
So, yeah, that's what she was saying. So I was like, I don't know. And like, if it's anything that's probably similar to a lot of Twitter battlers, I think it's the pace. Like a lot of them still have this high energy, fast paced kind of flows. And that's, like I said, that's because due to low reactions. But if you do your research on AGS as of lately, like a lot of our last events, we do reactions. So we definitely do reactions. We think it makes it the environment better, not only for the artists, man, especially like when you got these guys going and then a motherfucker say something that's crazy and then motherfuckers react and he like, yeah, what? Huh? What? You heard what I said? And then now the next bars is going to be even better because he knows, oh, they fucking with me. Sometimes as a battler, that's all we need to know. But I think once we got that green light from the audience, like, yo, you killing it, you're gonna just elevate the performance. Versus just like, I don't know, let me get through my material because before I fuck up, because I'm thinking too much about if y'all even like this shit. I think that's what probably the mentality of a lot of battlers that's in these other spaces, man. So with us, I think a lot of my guys, they already know their attributes of what they do well and what to expect to an extent. Not saying it's not like guaranteed, but I think the punches, like when Wanson sets up, when Boy sets up, he knows motherfuckers probably gonna react to this shit. So and it kind of helps your the pre-production. It's like because you kind of anticipate, punches that they usually anticipate. So the transition between that punch and the next line is kind of like already developed in their head that there's this space for y'all to react and I can get to my shit cleanly, to the transition clean. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that was the only narrative that I really want to say about the space battles is that that all Twitter battles are the same, and nah, that ain't the same with us, especially, man. I think AGS stands out from a lot of those other guys because a lot of them that's part of certain battle rap leagues on Twitter. A lot of them follow the footprints of the first person that was successful there. So you'll have 1,000 motherfuckers rapping like Eunice. You got 100 motherfuckers rapping like Jinx. You got 100 motherfuckers rapping like Bear Van. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's because they idolize them, or these are probably the guys that walked them in that building. So now it's like, oh, what works? What works there? Oh, this works there. So I'm gonna rap like this there, and then you have a bunch of motherfuckers trying to do the same shit, and then it's like it comes off real corny. You know what I'm saying? And genuine as well. So.
Okay, no, I mean I think that's a good way to end this with that, trying to dispel narratives or what have you. The way that I see this event is bridging the gap between like spaces and in-person battlers. I don't know that there has been many of of this type of format where a league of strictly in person going against a league that's historically strictly spaces. So again, I appreciate this opportunity, and I foresee it expanding and growing, and for all intent, man, it's a proving ground for both sides a little bit. We are stepping into your guys' territory as opposed to the latter, and so there is that, but there's a lot of folks that are just looking to prove that they can adapt to the audio format and spaces. Battlers proving that they can handle like a little bit more of a live setting. And
because you got to think, some people that's like good performers on stage, like some you can see motherfuckers that, and not saying I'm not throwing no shade, but I'm just saying like in the sense of a person that performs well, but their bars are not all the way there, right?
That's right.
That person might have a problem in the spaces where motherfuckers can really we really here to see what you're going to say. Not what you're going to do, you pushing the motherfucker, spitting in the motherfucker's face. Like, these are things that might win a battle for you on YouTube on the visual aspect. But, like, now we really, like, it really comes down to your pen. It's coming down to your vocal projection. It's coming down to you setting the shit up for us to see it. You know what I mean? So, like, because all we got is your words and the energy of the room. So I think that's the thing, for the, the guys and the IRL guys. And then on our end, like this is our shit, right? But as far as like they have that same transition to make when they get on stage. Like on stage, can you be this comfortable? Can you get to your shit? Will a heckler throw you off and make you choke? These are the things the little nuances that we have to look out for on the other end. You know what I'm saying? When we, go to do a live drink. I'm definitely locked in. I'm probably locked in a lot more when I do our IRL drink because, I'm live. We don't have that luxury of our phone. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So you want to have that shit singed in the back of your fucking memory banks. That like, I know this shit front and backwards, whatever you say. Well, shut the fuck up. Like I said, and getting back to your material. You want to be comfortable enough to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers do be they talking over there near the bar. So many distractions that can happen. You could be preparing an IRL. You could be preparing for a battle and be like, yo, this shit is crazy right here. And then you get up there, you perform it, and crickets, right? Crickets. And that might throw a motherfucker off and make him choke because, like, damn, they didn't get that. All right, fuck it. Damn, where the fuck was I at? Shit.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
absolutely, dog. I mean, you're laying out key things that can happen in an in-person battle, dog, that can really throw you off your game. Okay, so just I'm going to give some. There's a couple questions, and I want to speak into the last little comments here. Lyrically inclined TV, does Thanos got outside battles? He does. He does have some outside battles, which is why this is a very this is a great interview from someone who knows both worlds very well. So and where would just IAmThanos versus, or what's your
yeah, you could find probably you could find like one or two under. See, that's the thing. I was going under a different moniker prior to AGS and the pandemic. So I did rebrand myself like around the IAmThanos moniker is it's 2025, 2022. So like 3 years old. So I'm 3 years running with this name, but I battled. Once you find out, I'm not gonna do you gotta do your research as far as what's the other name. Like, it's really not that hard to find out. But once you do find out, you'll see that I have plenty of battles way before I got online and did a battle. Like, I've done a lot of those. I shook up a lot of rooms, and then, ups and downs that come with that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Some good, some not as good. You know what I mean? But definitely have plenty of battles prior to this.
Man, folks have those same ups and downs in spaces battles, man. You're like, damn, they were up last week, and then you're like, Jesus, like this is a completely different person, So it goes both ways, especially with having that comfortability that you mentioned of like the phone aspect. Folks don't know how to fucking read their own text and shit,
Man, I'm just saying, choking on spaces is egregious. That's crazy. Like, so it's about, I think it's this muscle memory of knowing like the transition, bro. Like, once you get that down, like for motherfuckers that really know how to recite, it's not a problem to them. But some people, like, you have to really prepare a lot more. If you feeling like you're not getting through your material smoothly online, that means you didn't fucking like practice enough. You gotta like kind of know you gotta know what you're gonna say, not like well, I'm reading along with y'all type of shit, bro. Because we can feel that energy. We can feel if you reading, you stumbling over words that you should be saying smoothly.
Absolutely. Practice is still key. So March 29th, y'all, Mic Masters versus AGS. Keep my brand out your fucking mouth. Yeah.
He about to say, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
It's going down, man. If you want to see if the Spaces Battlers platform and the in-person Battlers platform could really talk that shit, we encourage y'all to tap in. Flyer is going to be dropping here very soon, and we will do there's going to be like face-offs at Thanos is going to be running as well, so it's going to be a whole thing. March 29th again. Keep my brand out your fucking mouth, part 1. So anything else that you'd like to say for the people, Thanos? I know you got your community tapped in. We appreciate that.
Just salute, man. Like, once again, we here for the AGS versus MMA. Keep my brand out your fucking mouth. All right. That's going down March 29th. But do remember, man, we got face-offs tonight in the spaces, man. So, when I leave here, man, I'm probably going to start that up in a minute. And that's a dope card, man. We put together called Doomsday, going down this Saturday. You know what I'm saying? This is the first face-off, and then we're going to do one more final face-off the night before, which is Friday night, right before Will Al does his Freestyle Friday space. So definitely tap in with us on that, man. That's pretty much it, man. This is AGS. You heard?
Oh man, at any given spaces on X. I'm putting that in the comments here. We appreciate you stopping by, bro. For real, this is one of a kind.
I appreciate you, man. Dope platform, man. Salute. If y'all people that's tapping into this video now ain't subscribed, why you not subscribe? Why are you gay? Why? No. Why are you not? Why are you gay?
What?
All right, dog. Hey, man,
for that road shit.
Yeah, that shit is so funny, dog. Well,
it is, bro. I just hit that video.
April 19th, also the circuit, First Blood at the Herc. Packed battles on that card as well. Shout out to Mike and Atheist for getting that card together. That flyer is dropping soon. I'm looking forward to getting all the folks out here to that event. And then, of course, again, Spring Training 2 coming in May. And very, very excited about that. Yo, I saw a tweet come through, like Chilla Jones versus Lotta Zay or some shit. I mean, there's Excel versus somebody just suggested that. We'll see what we can get, though. We'll see what we can get. No battles yet have been solidified, but we are very, very excited to get back to the drawing board and the table of battle rap, as it were. The culture is one that we absolutely bask in, and we are very, very just impartial to how much you guys really mean to us. So big ups to the inner circle again, man. 5 new members today. Big fucking shout out there, man.
Fire.
We're just very grateful. So thank you again, Thanos. We are going to end the stream now. Run it back. Episode Who Gives a Fuck at Mic Masters 801 on everything, at Gabino Grhymes. And we appreciate y'all, man.
Shalom.
In my head, it sounded better than that. In my head, it sounded better than that. In my head, it sounded better than that. Let me stretch out on this, bro. Let's go. I feel real good. Gabino. 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 This that, get up and grind.